The cold that night was unforgiving, one of those deep winter chills that crept under the skin and settled quietly into the walls of the house. Every room felt hushed, as if the world itself had paused. In the kitchen, I slowly stirred a pot of soup, watching the steam rise and fog the window above the sink. My name is Clara. I'm 44 years old, and for most of my life, I've carried the role of a single mother. It's a title I never planned for, but one I've lived with strength. My son, Ethan, now 22, has always been my steady ground. Through every struggle, it's been just the two of us, holding each other upright when life leaned too hard. That bond earned through years of shared hardship has never failed us. Still, that night felt off. The air carried a quiet unease I couldn't explain. Ethan came home later than usual. His steps were slow, his posture heavy, exhaustion etched into his face. Strands of hair fell over his eyes, dull and tired. It wasn't just a long day, it was weeks of overworking himself, balancing late shifts at the bookstore with demanding night classes. Literature was his passion. He chased that degree with everything he had, but I could see the cost it was taking. "Mom," he said quietly, his voice rough, "I don't feel right." My heart tightened instantly. I set the ladle aside and studied him. "You're worn out," I said softly. "Go lie down. I'll bring you soup when it's ready." Our old Victorian house struggled against the cold. The heater was unreliable, the windows full of drafts. I grabbed one of our thick quilts and followed him to his room. He barely made it to the bed before sinking down. I tucked the blanket around him, just like I had when he was small. "Thanks, Mom," he murmured, already drifting. For a moment, it felt like stepping back in time, me caring for him, him trusting me to fix what hurt. But beneath that comfort, worry twisted quietly. He was burning himself out, and I didn't know how to help him slow down. Then the doorbell rang sharp and sudden, slicing through the stillness. I opened the door to find our neighbor, Tom, standing in the cold. Snow clung to his coat, a flashlight in his hand. "Evening, Clara," he said kindly. "Saw your lights on." With weather like this, figured I'd check if the heater was acting up. Relief came easily. It felt good to deal with something normal. "It's been giving us trouble again," I admitted. "No problem. I'll take a look." He moved straight to the heater, tools ready, chatting casually about Ethan's classes and my library job. I responded politely, though my thoughts stayed fixed on my son. From the hallway, Ethan appeared, leaning against the wall. His arms were folded, his expression guarded. The air felt tense, thick with things unsaid. I couldn't tell whether he felt embarrassed, frustrated, or simply overwhelmed. Tom finished and stood. "That should hold for now," he said. "If it acts up again, let me know." His smile faltered briefly when his eyes landed on Ethan, as though he sensed something fragile hanging in the room. After he left, the silence returned heavier than before. Ethan finally spoke. "Mom, don't worry about me. I'll figure things out. I just need a little time." I reached out, resting a hand on his arm. "I know you will," I said gently. "But you don't have to do it alone. We've always handled things together." He nodded, his expression easing. For a brief moment, he rested his head against my shoulder the way he used to when he was young. My chest ached with love and concern all at once. But one truth was clear. No matter how heavy life became, we would keep moving forward side by side. The night wasn't easy, but it ended with something fragile and important: hope. And sometimes that's enough.